Have you ever noticed how the simplest question in English can suddenly make your mind go completely blank?
Oh no, you mean like when someone smiles and asks, "So, what do you like to do?"
Exactly, that one.
That question is dangerous. I swear I know what I like, but in that moment, my brain just says, error.
And here's the interesting part. You don't forget because your English is bad. You forget because no one ever showed you how to talk about your life naturally.
Wait, so it's not about vocabulary?
Not really. You probably already know the words. The real problem is how to connect them in a way that sounds real, relaxed, and confident.
That actually makes me feel better, because I always thought I needed more words.
Let me ask you something, and I want you, yes, you watching right now, to answer this in your head. If someone asked you, what do you like to do? What would you say?
Okay, wait, I'm answering too. I like watching movies and listening music and...
See? That hesitation right there? That's exactly what we're fixing today.
So by the end of this, I won't panic anymore?
Not only that, by the end of this episode, you'll be able to turn that simple question into a real conversation, one that makes people interested in you.
That sounds powerful.
And here's the best part. You don't need perfect grammar. You just need the right structure and a few smart habits.
Okay, now I'm curious. What's the mistake everyone is making?
Most people answer this question like a list.
Oh no, that's exactly what I just did.
I like movies, I like music, I like games. It's correct, but it's boring. And conversations don't grow from boring answers.
So people lose interest?
Instantly. But today, we're going to show you how to turn even the simplest hobby into something engaging.
So instead of just saying what you like, you make it interesting.
Exactly. And we're going to do it step by step, in a way that feels natural.
Okay, I'm excited. And if you're watching right now, you should be excited too, because this is something you'll actually use in real life.
Yes. And quick reminder, if you want to become more confident in real English conversations, make sure you subscribe to Talk Easy Daily.
And don't just watch, participate. Try answering the questions we ask during this episode.
Because the more you think in English, the faster you improve.
Okay, Alex, I need to know. What's the first step to answering what do you like to do without sounding boring?
Great question. And the answer might surprise you, because it's not about adding more words. It's about changing how you start your sentence.
Wait, just the beginning?
Just the beginning can change everything.
Okay, now I really want to know this.
Good, because once you understand this one small shift, your answers will immediately sound more natural, and people will actually want to keep talking to you.
All right, I'm ready.
And you should be too, because what we're about to show you next is the difference between a conversation that dies in 5 seconds and one that keeps going effortlessly.
Okay, don't miss this part. Seriously.
Let's dive in. All right, Emma, let's fix that moment when your brain freezes. The first shift is simple, but it's powerful. Don't start with I like.
Wait, what? That's the whole sentence.
Exactly, and that's why it sounds basic. Instead, you want to soften your entry. Make it feel natural, like how people actually speak.
Okay, show me.
Instead of saying, I like watching movies, try this. Lately, I've been really into watching movies.
Oh, that already sounds more interesting.
Right? It feels more alive. It shows time, emotion, and personality, all in one small change.
So adding lately makes it feel more real.
Yes, because real conversations are not static. They reflect what's happening in your life right now.
Okay, I want to try. Lately I've been really into listening to music.
That's good. Now let's upgrade it.
Upgrade?
Add a tiny detail, just one. Watch this. Lately, I've been really into listening to music, especially when I'm relaxing after a long day.
Oh, wow. That sounds like something I'd actually say in my native language.
Exactly. Because now it's not just information, it's a picture.
So instead of a list, it becomes like a small story.
Yes. And here's a question for you, and for you watching right now. When someone gives you a detailed answer, don't you naturally want to ask more?
Yeah, like I'd ask, what kind of music?
And that's the goal. Your answer should invite the next question.
That makes so much sense. I never thought about conversation like that.
Most people don't. They think conversation is about giving correct answers, but actually it's about creating connection.
Okay, wait, this is kind of a big realization.
It is. And here's a quick pattern you can start using immediately.
I'm listening.
Start with a soft opener. Add your activity. Include a small personal detail.
That sounds simple but powerful.
Let's test it. Imagine someone asks you, what do you like to do in your free time?
Okay, lately I've been spending a lot of time watching series, especially on weekends when I just want to relax.
That's excellent.
Really?
Yes, because now I can respond naturally. I might say, oh, nice. What kind of series are you watching these days?
Oh, I see it now. The conversation continues.
Exactly. And that's what you want.
Okay, but what if someone says, I don't really have hobbies?
Great question, and very common. But here's the truth. Everyone has something they enjoy. The problem is they think it has to be something impressive.
Like painting, traveling, or playing guitar?
Exactly. But simple things are actually better for conversation.
Really?
Let me show you. Instead of saying, I don't have hobbies, you can say, honestly, I enjoy simple things, like watching YouTube videos or just going for a walk.
That sounds so natural.
And relatable. People connect more with simple honesty than with forced, interesting answers.
That actually takes a lot of pressure off.
It should, because English is not about being impressive. It's about being understood and real.
I feel like a lot of viewers need to hear that.
Yes, and if you're watching right now, here's something I want you to do. Pause for a second and think, what's one thing you genuinely enjoy doing?
And don't overthink it.
Exactly. Even something small counts.
Okay, I've got mine.
Good. Now turn it into a sentence using this structure.
All right. Lately I've been really into drinking coffee in the morning while watching short videos.
Perfect. That's natural, personal, and easy to continue.
I feel like I could actually say that in a real conversation.
That's the goal.
Okay, but Alex, what if someone asks a follow-up question and I don't know how to answer?
Now we're getting into the next level.
Uh-oh, this sounds important.
It is, because starting the conversation is one thing, but keeping it going is where most people struggle.
That's me. I can start, but then I panic again.
Don't worry. In the next part, we're going to show you a simple technique that keeps conversations flowing without needing advanced English.
Okay, now I'm really curious.
Good, because once you learn this, you'll never feel stuck in a conversation again.
And trust me, you don't want to miss this part.
Let's continue. So, Emma, we've learned how to start your answer in a natural way, but now comes the real challenge. What happens after that first sentence?
Yeah, because that's where I usually get stuck. Someone asks me something, I answer, and then silence.
That silence feels awkward, right?
Very awkward. Like both people are just waiting.
Exactly. And here's the truth. That moment is not about your English level. It's about conversation strategy.
Strategy? So there's actually a way to avoid that silence?
Yes, and it's surprisingly simple. You just need to follow something I call the add and ask technique.
Okay, wait, that sounds interesting. What is it?
After you answer a question, you do two things. First, you add a little more information. Second, you ask a question back.
Oh, so you don't just stop after answering.
Exactly, because conversations are like tennis. You hit the ball back.
I love that image. So if I don't ask something back, the game ends?
Precisely.
Okay, show me how it works in real life.
Let's say someone asks you, what do you like to do in your free time?
Okay.
You answer, lately I've been really into watching movies, especially at night when I want to relax.
That sounds good so far.
Now instead of stopping, you add something. I've been watching a lot of action movies recently.
Okay.
And then you ask, what about you? Do you like movies?
Oh, wow. That feels so natural.
And now the conversation continues effortlessly.
That's actually genius, because now the other person has something easy to respond to.
Exactly. You're making it easy for them.
Wait, I want to try this.
Go ahead.
Lately, I've been spending more time reading books before bed. It helps me relax. What about you? Do you read?
That's perfect.
This feels like a game changer.
It is. And here's something important for you watching right now. This one habit alone can instantly make you sound more confident in English.
And probably more friendly, too.
Yes, because you're showing interest in the other person.
Okay, but what if I don't know what question to ask?
Good question. Here's a simple rule. Just mirror the topic.
Mirror?
If you talked about movies, ask about movies. If you talked about music, ask about music.
Oh, so don't suddenly change the topic.
Exactly. Keep it connected.
That makes it so much easier.
Let me give you another example. Imagine this.
Okay.
You say, lately I've been going for evening walks. It helps clear my mind after a busy day.
That sounds nice.
Then you ask, do you ever go for walks or do you prefer staying at home?
Oh, I like that. It gives two options.
Yes, that's another powerful trick. Give options.
Why does that help?
Because it makes it easier for the other person to answer quickly.
Wow, this is actually really practical.
And now I want to challenge you, and you watching too.
Uh-oh, a challenge.
Yes, think of one thing you enjoy doing.
Okay, got it.
Now build a full answer using soft start, activity, detail, question back.
All right, here goes. Lately, I've been cooking more at home, especially trying new recipes on weekends. It's actually really fun. What about you? Do you enjoy cooking or do you prefer eating out?
That is excellent.
I feel like a completely different person speaking English right now.
And that's the transformation we want.
But Alex, can I ask something honest?
Of course.
What if I make mistakes while speaking like this?
You will.
Oh,
And that's completely fine.
really?
Yes. Because in real conversations, people don't expect perfection. They expect communication.
That's actually reassuring.
Think about it. When someone talks to you and makes small mistakes, do you stop understanding them?
No, not at all.
Exactly. So don't let fear stop you from speaking.
I think a lot of viewers struggle with that.
Then let me say this directly to you. Your goal is not to speak perfect English. Your goal is to connect with people.
That hits deep.
And connection comes from sharing, asking, and responding, not from perfect grammar.
Okay, I feel like this is a mindset shift.
It is. And once you accept this, your confidence will grow much faster.
All right, but I feel like there's still something missing.
What do you mean?
Sometimes conversations don't feel interesting, even if I speak correctly.
Now we're stepping into something very important.
I knew it.
Because speaking correctly is one thing, but being interesting in English, that's another level.
Okay, now I'm really curious.
In the next part, we're going to show you how to make your answers more engaging using simple storytelling techniques.
Storytelling in everyday conversation?
Yes, and once you learn this, people will actually enjoy talking to you.
Okay, you definitely don't want to miss that.
Let's go deeper. So Emma, let's talk about something that changes everything in a conversation, and that is storytelling.
I still can't believe storytelling is part of everyday English. Most people don't realize it, but even a 10-second story can make you sound more natural, more confident, and more interesting. Okay, but what exactly is a 10-second story?
It's simply when you take your answer and add a tiny real-life moment.
Like a mini experience?
Exactly. Let me show you the difference.
I'm ready.
Basic answer. I like drinking coffee.
Yeah, that's something I would say.
Now watch this. I love drinking coffee, especially in the morning. Yesterday, I tried a new cafe near my house, and honestly, it was amazing.
Oh, wow, that feels completely different.
Because now it's not just information, it's an experience.
And I feel like I want to respond to that.
Yes, you might ask, oh really? What kind of coffee did you have?
Exactly, that's what I was thinking.
That's the power of storytelling. It creates curiosity naturally.
Okay, but what if my life is boring?
That's a myth.
Really?
Yes, your life is not boring. You're just not describing it in an engaging way.
Ouch, that's true.
Let's break it down into something super simple. Every mini story has 3 parts. What you did, when it happened, how you felt.
That sounds easy enough.
Let's practice. Say you like watching YouTube.
Okay.
Instead of, I like watching YouTube, say, I watch a lot of YouTube, especially at night. Last night, I found a really interesting video, and I couldn't stop watching.
That sounds so natural.
And now someone can ask, what kind of videos do you watch?
Which keeps the conversation going again.
Exactly.
Okay, I want to try one.
Go for it.
I enjoy going for walks in the evening. A few days ago, I walked in the park near my house and it felt really peaceful.
That's perfect.
This actually feels fun now.
That's the point. Conversations should feel enjoyable, not stressful.
I think a lot of people forget that.
Yes. And if you're watching right now, here's something I want you to think about. When was the last time you did something simple, but enjoyable?
It could be anything.
Drinking tea, watching a video, talking to a friend.
Now try turning that into a mini story.
Because once you start doing this, your English becomes more human.
I love that word, human.
Because language is not just about words, it's about experiences.
Okay, but Alex, what if I forget words while telling a story?
Then simplify.
Just like that?
Yes, use basic words, but keep the story going.
So communication is more important than perfect vocabulary.
Always.
That's such a relief.
Let me give you a real-life situation.
Okay.
Imagine you meet someone new, and they ask, what do you like to do on weekends?
Okay.
You say, on weekends, I usually relax at home. Last weekend, I watched a movie with my family, and we ended up laughing a lot. It was really fun.
That sounds like a real conversation. Because it is. And I noticed something.
What?
You didn't use difficult words. Exactly. Simple English, but strong connection. That's powerful.
And now let me ask you, and you watching, would you rather talk to someone who gives short answers or someone who shares small, interesting moments?
Definitely the second one.
Then become that person.
Okay, that's a mindset shift again.
Yes, and this is where your English starts to feel natural.
But I feel like there's still another problem people have.
Which is, sometimes they don't know how much to say. Like, should I speak more or keep it short? That's a very important question. Because I don't want to talk too much and make it awkward. Exactly. And in the next part, we're going to talk about balance. How to know when to speak, when to stop, and how to keep conversations flowing naturally. Okay, this is getting really interesting now. And trust me, You don't want to miss this next part, because this is where conversations start to feel effortless. Let's keep going. So Emma, let's talk about something subtle, but incredibly powerful. I feel like every time you say that, my brain is about to learn something important, because it is. And this time, it's about balance in conversation. Yeah, this is something I struggle with. Sometimes I say too little, and sometimes I feel like I'm talking too much. That's completely normal. Most English learners are stuck between those two extremes. So how do we find the middle? Think of conversation like breathing. Breathing? Yes. You speak, then you pause. You share, then you invite. Oh, so it's not just about talking, it's about rhythm.
Exactly. Natural conversations have a rhythm. If you talk too long without stopping, it feels overwhelming. If you stop too quickly, it feels awkward.
That makes so much sense.
Let me show you a simple mistake.
Okay.
Someone asks, "What do you like to do on weekends?"
Right.
And you answer, "I like watching movies."
That's very short.
Too short. The conversation dies immediately.
Yeah, there's nothing to respond to.
Now the opposite extreme. I like watching movies, especially action movies and also comedy sometimes, and I watch them with my friends, and we usually eat snacks, and sometimes we stay up late, and last week we watched 3 movies. Okay, that's too much. Exactly. No pause, no space for the other person.
So both are bad.
Right. Now here's the balanced version. On weekends, I usually watch movies to relax. Last weekend, I watched a really funny comedy with my friends. It was great. What about you? Do you watch movies too?
That feels perfect.
Because it has 3 things: a clear answer, a small story, and invitation.
That's such a clean structure.
And here's something important for you watching right now. If you ever feel stuck, just remember this pattern.
Answer, story, question.
Exactly.
Okay, but Alex, how do I know when to stop talking?
Great question. Here's a simple rule. If you've shared one idea and one small detail, that's enough.
So I don't need to explain everything?
No, leave some space. Curiosity grows in space.
Wow, that's deep.
Think about it. If you say everything, there's nothing left to ask.
That's true. People won't have questions.
And questions are what keep conversations alive.
Okay, I'm starting to see conversation differently now.
Good. Now let's practice again.
All right.
Imagine someone asks, "What do you like to do after work?"
Okay.
Give me a balanced answer.
After work, I usually like to relax at home. Sometimes I watch videos or just listen to music. It helps me unwind. What about you? How do you relax after work?
That's excellent.
Really?
Yes. Natural, clear, and open.
I feel like I'm finally getting this.
And here's something interesting. This skill is not just about English. It's about communication in general.
So even native speakers use this pattern?
Absolutely. They just don't think about it consciously.
That's fascinating.
Now, let me ask you something, and you watching too. Have you ever talked to someone who made you feel comfortable instantly?
Yes, and I always wondered why.
Exactly. Natural conversations have a rhythm. If you talk too long
So
without
they don't
stopping,
dominate
it feels
the conversation.
overwhelming. If you stop too quickly, it feels awkward.
I love that word.
Let me show you a simple mistake. Someone asks, "What do you like to
That's
do on
such a
weekends?"
powerful idea.
And you answer, "I like watching movies."
I already feel more
Too
confident
short.
just
The
understanding
conversation dies immediately.
it. Even
Now the
deeper?
opposite extreme. I like watching movies, especially action movies and also comedy sometimes, and I watch
Okay,
them with
now
my
I'm really
friends. And
curious.
we usually eat snacks, and sometimes we stay up late. And last week we watched 3 movies.
That sounds impossible.
That's too much. Exactly. No pause, no space for the other person.
All right, I need to know this.
Right. Now here's the balanced version. On weekends, I usually watch movies to
Okay,
relax.
don't go anywhere.
Last
This is
weekend, I
getting
watched
really
a really
good.
funny comedy with my friends. It was great. What about you? Do you watch movies too?
That feels perfect.
Because it has 3 things: a clear answer, a small
Yeah,
story,
and honestly,
an
I
invitation.
already feel like my English is more alive. Sure.
And here's something important for you watching right now. If you ever feel stuck,
Okay.
just remember this pattern.
Question.
Exactly.
Repeating talking. smarter?
Great question.
What does that mean?
Here's a simple rule. If you've shared one idea and one
That's
small
me.
detail,
I always
that's
look for
enough.
new phrases.
No, leave some space. Curiosity
So I
grows in
forget them
space.
quickly. That's deep.
Think about it. If you say everything, there's nothing left to ask.
That's true. People have questions. Oh,
And questions
like
are what
practicing
keep
one structure
conversations
with
alive.
different topics? Okay, differently now.
Good. Now let's practice
Right.
again.
We used that earlier.
Imagine someone asks, what do you like to do after work?
Okay.
Give me a balanced answer.
Oh, wow. It works for everything. After work.
That's excellent.
That's what I want.
Yes, natural, clear, and open. And here's something interesting. This
that's a good
skill is
question.
not just about English. It's about communication in general. Absolutely.
That changes
They just don't
everything.
think about it consciously. Now, let me
That's
ask you
simple.
something, and you watching too. Have you ever talked to someone who made you feel comfortable instantly?
Oh, I see the pattern.
It's usually because they balance talking and listening perfectly.
That's when speaking feels natural, right? Conversation.
Exactly.
Okay, but Alex,
they share,
how should
but they
someone
also
practice
invite.
this? I love that word.
Because great conversations are not performances, they're exchanges.
Out loud, not
And
just
once
in my
you
head.
understand this, your confidence will grow naturally.
That makes sense.
Good. But now,
Okay.
we're about to go even deeper.
Got it.
Yes, because there's one final piece that brings
On
everything
weekends,
together.
I usually watch movies. On weekends, I usually
It's
meet my
about
friends.
how to make your
On
English
weekends,
sound
I usually stay at home
effortless,
and relax.
like you're not even thinking.
That actually felt easy.
It's not, but it requires a
I
small
think
shift
a lot of
in
viewers
how you
skip this
practice.
step. All right, I need to know that.
And trust me, this next part
Ouch,
might
that's
completely
true.
change how you learn English. Let's continue. So Emma, we've talked about starting
Even if you're
naturally,
just speaking to
keeping
yourself.
conversations going, telling small stories, and finding
I
the
feel
right
like
balance.
this is the missing piece.
That's great.
That's powerful.
But now we're going to unlock something deeper.
Okay, I'm ready. What is it?
The real secret to sounding effortless in English is not learning more, it's repeating smarter.
Like full conversations?
Most learners try to learn new sentences every day.
Okay, this is going to be fun. For new phrases.
But here's
If
the
you've
problem.
made it this far,
your brain doesn't get
seriously,
enough time
you're
to
already
own
improving.
those sentences.
Them quickly.
Exactly. Instead, you need to take a few
What do
powerful
you like to
patterns
do in your free
and
time?
use them again and again in different situations.
And maybe even use them in future episodes.
Yes.
Let's go.
For example, this pattern. Lately, I've been really into.
Right. Finally,
Now watch how
I've been waiting
powerful
for this part.
becomes when you reuse it. Lately, I've been really into watching movies. Lately, I've been really into cooking. Lately, I've been really
Okay,
into going
I'm
for
ready.
walks. Exactly.
Maybe
and
at
when you
work
repeat
or a
it,
social
your brain
event?
stops translating. It starts thinking in English.
Okay, here we
And
go.
here's a question for you, and for you watching. How many sentences do you really own in English? Because fluency is not about knowing 10,000 sentences. It's about mastering
That
50
sounds so
that you can
smooth.
use anywhere. Let's take another example. It helps me relax,
And it doesn't feel forced
but
at all.
powerful. It helps me relax after work. It helps me relax before bed. It helps me relax when I'm stressed.
That's a simple answer.
And once this becomes automatic, you don't need to think anymore.
What kind of shows do you usually watch?
Oh,
Exactly.
I like that. It keeps the conversation going.
And now
Great question. Here's a simple method. Pick one pattern, use it with 3 different ideas, say it out loud. Yes, speaking is a physical skill. Your mouth needs practice too.
Wow.
Let's
this
do a
feels
quick
like
exercise
real
together.
interaction.
Pattern, on weekends I usually. Now give me 3 variations.
That's true. Everything is simple. Okay, can we try another scenario? Right.
Perfect. Because repetition
I'll try
builds
this one.
confidence.
Go ahead.
On weekends, I usually like to relax
Yes,
at home.
they consume
Sometimes
too
I
much
watch
and
movies or
practice too
spend time
little.
with my family. Last weekend, we
So if
watched a
you're watching
comedy
right
together,
now,
and it
here's
was
your
really
challenge.
fun.
Take
What about
one
you?
pattern from
Do you
this
prefer
episode
staying at
and
home
use
or
it
going
today
out?
in a real sentence.
Excellent.
I'm starting to enjoy this.
Exactly. Practice creates fluency.
Okay, but
It
let's
is,
make it a little
because
more
knowledge without practice doesn't become skill.
Good.
They say,
Let's try.
I don't really do much. I just scroll on my phone. Most of the time.
Perfect. Now here's how you respond. Honestly, I do that too sometimes. It's easy to lose track of time. But lately, I've been trying to spend less time on my phone and do something more relaxing, like
Oh,
reading
wow.
or walking.
That sounds so natural and honest. Natural and honest.
And now you can ask, what about you? Have you ever tried
That's
taking a
such
break
a
from your
smooth
phone?
transition.
And now you've turned a simple answer into a
This is
meaningful
actually
conversation.
Actually, really powerful.
And here's something for you watching right now. Which of these situations feels most
Meeting
like
new
your real
people,
life?
talking at work, chatting with friends.
Think about it and imagine yourself
Because the
using these
more you
patterns.
imagine it, the easier it becomes.
Exactly. Your brain starts preparing for
Okay,
real
can we do
conversations.
one more? Let's make it
Of course.
like talking to a casual. Hey, what have you been
All
doing
right.
lately?
Here's a natural answer. Honestly, I've been keeping things pretty simple. Lately, I've been spending more time at home, watching videos and just relaxing. A few days ago, I found a really interesting channel and ended up watching it
sounds
for
like me.
hours.
Me.
And then, what about you? Have you been doing
Wow,
anything
this feels
interesting
so-
lately?
Wow, this feels so real.
And that's the goal, to make your English feel
Not
like
like a
your
textbook.
life.
I feel like this is the
Exactly.
first time I feel like I can actually use English, not just study it. But
And that's
Alex,
a big
I feel like
shift.
there's still something deeper here.
There is.
Because even with
There
all
is.
this, some people still feel nervous speaking.
That's true. And in the next part, we're going to talk about
Let
something
me guess.
very important.
Confidence? Let me guess. Confidence?
Yes, but not in the way you think,
Okay, now I'm really curious.
because this might completely change how you see yourself when speaking English.
All right, don't miss the next part.
Let's go deeper. So, Emma, let's talk
Finally,
about confidence.
because I feel like everything we learned is amazing, but if someone is nervous, they still won't speak.
That's true. But here's the surprising part. Confidence is not something you
what?
wait for.
Wait, what?
Confidence is something you build
That sounds-
through action.
That's scary.
It can feel that way. But let me ask you, and you watching right now, have you ever felt nervous before doing something, but after
Yes,
doing it, you
actually
felt better?
all the time. Yeah, all the time.
That's exactly how speaking English works.
Confidence comes after speaking, not before.
Exactly. Most people think, I'll speak when I feel confident. But the truth is, you feel confident
That's
because
such a
you
big
speak.
shift.
It is. And here's something even deeper. Confidence doesn't come from
Then where
perfect
does it come from?
sentences. From surviving the
Surviving?
conversation. Yes. When you speak, even with mistakes, and the conversation continues, your brain learns,
Oh wow,
I can
that's
do this.
powerful.
Let me give you a real example.
Okay,
Imagine you're talking to someone and you say, I like Go
That sounds
movie
br-
yesterday.
broken.
Yes, but the other person understands you and responds, oh, nice.
Oh,
What
they
movie did you
understood.
watch? Exactly. And in that moment, your
Because
brain gains
communication
confidence.
happened.
Right. Not perfection.
I think a lot of
connection.
people are afraid of being judged.
That's very common. But let me ask you something. When someone speaks your language with mistakes,
No,
do you
I
judge
actually
them?
respect them for trying. Respect them for trying.
Exactly. And most people feel the
That's
same
really
way about
comforting.
you.
Comforting.
So instead of focusing on what if I make a mistake, focus on what
That
if I
changes
connect
everything.
with someone. And here's a small mindset shift you can use. Don't try to impress, try
Wow,
to
I love that.
express.
Wow, I love that.
Because when you try to impress,
And when you
become
express,
tense.
you relax. Okay, but what can
Exactly.
someone do if they feel nervous in the moment?
Great question. Here's a simple trick. Slow
That's it?
down your
Yes.
speech.
Yeah.
When you speak slowly, your brain
And you
has
feel
more
more
time
in
to
control.
think. Exactly. Plus, it actually makes you
That's
sound more
interesting.
confident.
I always thought speaking fast was better. Really?
That's a myth.
Really?
Yes, fast speech often sounds nervous. Calm, steady speech
That's such a
sounds
useful
confident.
tip.
Here's another one. Use simple sentences
Instead
you
of trying to
already
be
know.
advanced?
Exactly. Use your
Like
comfort
lately I've been
sentences.
really into? So in a real
Perfect example.
situation, I can rely on patterns I practiced.
Yes, and
I
that
feel like
creates
this
stability.
reduces so much pressure.
That's the goal. Because when pressure goes down,
That's such a
fluency
good
goes
line.
up. And now, let me ask you, and you watching, what's one situation where you want to feel more
Maybe
confident
at work
speaking English?
or meeting new people. Think about it, because awareness is the first step, and then practice for that situation. Exactly. I feel like everything is coming together now. It is. And now we're ready for the final part. Already? This went so fast. Because when learning is engaging,
When learning is engaging,
That's true.
time flies.
That's true.
In the final part, we're going to recap everything and give you a clear path to start using
And I
this
feel
in
like
your
this
daily
is the
life.
part where everything becomes actionable. Exactly. So don't go anywhere.
Exactly.
This final part might be the most important one.
Let's finish strong. So, Emma,
we've
I
reached
can't
the
believe
final
how much
part.
we covered. This started with one simple question, and now it feels like a complete system.
That's exactly what it is. And now, let's bring everything together so you, and you watching right now, can actually use this in
let's
real
make it
life.
super clear.
Alright, step 1.
Instead
Start
of saying,
naturally.
I like,
You say something like, lately
that
I've
already
been
makes
really
you
into
sound
it.
more real.
Step 2. Step 2.
So
Add a
not just
small
the
detail.
activity, but a little context.
Exactly. Like when,
Step 3.
why, or
Tell
how.
a mini story. Tell a mini story.
Just
Something
one
like,
small moment.
last weekend I watched a movie and it was really funny. Step 4.
Perfect.
Ask a question. Step 4. Ask a question back.
The add plus ask technique.
So the conversation keeps flowing.
Step 5. Keep the balance.
Not too short, not too long.
Just one idea, one detail, then pause.
Repeat and patterns. Step 6. Repeat patterns.
Yes, use the same structures again and again
And
until
finally,
they feel natural.
confidence comes from action. Confidence comes from action.
Exactly. You don't wait,
Wow, when
you
you list
practice.
it like that, it actually feels doable.
It is doable. And here's something important for you watching. You don't need to master everything at once.
Start with one small change.
Maybe today you just focus on starting with, lately I've been...
Change your conversation. And that alone can change your conversation. Okay, can we do one
Exactly.
final full example?
Of course.
Let's imagine someone asks, what do you like to do in your free time? What do you like to do in your free time?
Here's a complete answer. Lately, I've been really into watching short videos in the evening. It helps me relax after a long day. Actually, yesterday I found a really interesting video and ended up watching more than I planned. What about you? How do you usually spend your free time?
That sounds so smooth and so natural.
And you can do this too.
Right now?
Yes, you watching this right now, you can absolutely do this, but only if you practice. Don't just watch, use it. Say it out loud. Try it today. Even if it feels uncomfortable at first, that's part of the process. And if you've made it this far, you're serious about improving. And we want to support you on that journey. So make sure you subscribe to Talk Easy Daily, because we create content designed to help you speak real English with confidence.
We want to hear
And
from
before
you.
you go,
Yes.
we want to hear from you. Yes.
What
Answer
do you
this
like
in the
to do in
comments.
your free time?
Try using this free time. Try using
We'll be
the structure
reading
we
your
learned
answers.
today.
We'll be reading your featuring some in future
Maybe even
videos.
featuring some in future videos.
Also, if this episode helped you, share it with a friend who's learning English.
Because learning together is always more powerful.
And don't forget to like the video. It really helps the channel grow.
All right, one last thought before we end.
I'm listening.
English is not just a language. It's a tool to share your life, your thoughts, and your experiences.
So don't hide behind fear.
Speak, share, connect.
Because your voice matters.
And the more you use it,
The stronger it becomes. We'll see you in the next episode, right here on Talk Easy Daily.